Right. Now check it what we completed there in the last session. So almost all 4 days of time we have given gap. Right. Don't worry. Then definitely I'll cover it by taking some extra sessions. Actually, I don't like to give holidays max, but unfortunate, not possible to come for the classes. Right. Try to check the content what we completed there. I think so. We are discussing about typecasting, right? In typecasting, some topics can be understood. Guys, first of all, tell me what is typecasting? What is the meaning of typecasting? The process of converting the data from one data type to another data type. That's the meaning of typecasting. Nice. What is the main advantage of the typecasting? Flexibility. Flexibility. Main advantage of the typecasting is what there? Flexibility. Observe carefully. All right. Then after that, how many types of typecastings are existed actually? Two types of typecastings are existed. What are the two types of typecastings there? One is primitive data types typecasting. Another one is what there? User-defined data types typecasting. What is user-defined data types typecasting actually? The process of converting the data from one user-defined data type to another user-defined data type. Right, sir. That's okay, fine. To perform user-defined data types typecasting, what we need there now, tell me, either we need extents, that means inheritance relation, or we need what there implements, that is polymorphism between two user-defined data types. Can you tell me what are these user-defined data types now? What are these user-defined data types? Any example for user-defined data types now? All classes, all interfaces, all arrays. Arrays also come under what their user-defined data types. Alright, sir. Then primitive data types typecasting we started already. The process of converting data from one primitive data type to another primitive data type called as primitive data types typecasting. There are two types of primitive data types typecastings. What are the two types of primitive data types typecastings now? Implicit typecasting or widening, and second one is what they explicit typecasting, second are narrowing. What is this implicit typecasting here? The process of converting data from lower data type to higher data type is called implicit typecasting. What is this? Then to cover all possibilities of implicit typecasting, Java has given a chart. What was the chart that Java has given there? Observe carefully. Then byte to short, short to int to long, long to float, float to double, then char to integer. All right, sir. There are given some sizes also. Here, understand it clearly. All right, sir. Implicit typecasting here we are given definition converting the data from lower data to type to higher data type. Here, how can we decide which data type is lower data type and which data type is a higher data type? Any measurement for it? On the base of what? On the base of what? Sizes, right? On the base of what? Not on the base of sizes. Already given that information there. So it's totally depending on the how much volume of data, how much more data we are storing in a data type, how much less data we are able to store in a data type. On the base of that only, higher data type and lower data type, we decided. Immediately we have to get one example in our mind. I given some classrooms example. In a classroom A, we have 25 benches. In a classroom B, we have 50 benches. Number of benches point of view, classroom B is bigger when compared with the classroom A. But when we go for the internal data arrangement, internal members arrangement, classroom A is able to accommodate 3 members per bench. But classroom B is able to accommodate 2 members or 1 member per bench. If it is a case, no, even though classroom A has only 25 benches, but it can accommodate nearly 75 members. But in the case of this classroom B, 50 benches are available, more number of benches are available, but internal, as per the data adjustment, it able to accommodate only 50 members. So in the point of members, if you have to this, classroom A is bigger when compared with what their classroom B. That means classroom A is a higher class than classroom B. The other things here we have to understand. Okay, fine. Then if you think in the point of sizes here, then definitely I'll ask a question to you. How it is possible to convert the data from long data type to float to data type? If it is on the base of the sizes. No, it is not on the base of sizes actually. Even the long data type is taking 8 bytes of memory, but it able to store less data. Even that float is taking 4 bytes of memory, but it able to store what there? More data. So because of that reason, float is higher data type when compared with what there? Longer data type. Yes guys, all of you are getting my points or not? Right, sir. Char is available, that's okay, fine. In Java applications to perform implicit typecasting, we have to assign, what we have to do? We have to assign lower data type variables to higher data type variables as per the above chart. Examples I'm telling there, but B is equal to 10 and I is equal to B. Alright, sir. When we execute this particular, when we compile this particular assignment statement, compiler will perform some actions. Can you tell me what are the various actions which are performed by compiler? What actions are performed by compiler? Now tell me here. Right, sir. Few points are available. First one is what there. Compiler will recognize right side variable data type and left side variable data type. Compiler will check whether right side variable data type is compatible with left side variable data type or not. If right side variable data type is not compatible with left side variable data type, no, there we are able to get compilation error. What is the error we are able to get there? On the basis of the Java versions here, we are able to get some compilation errors. What errors here we are able to get there? If it is like Java 6 version, there we are able to get possible loss of precision. Possible loss of precision that we are able to get in the case of what there? Java 6 version. If it is right from Java 7 version, Java 7 or above version there we are able to get an error like what there? Right, error will be incompatible types colon possible lossy conversion from some XYZ data type to some ABC data type, something else now. Alright, sir. So this is what exactly the compilation work here. But remember this, compiler is responsible for only checking the types. Compiler is not responsible for typecasting. Typecasting is not at all the responsibility of the compiler. Only type checking is the responsibility of the compiler. But okay, if compiler is not performing typecasting, then who will perform the typecasting? Who will perform the typecasting? No, definitely JVM is going to perform what there? Typecasting. Observe carefully. Alright, sir. Next one is, when we execute the above assignment statement, then what JVM will perform there? JVM is able to perform two things. First of all, JVM will convert right side variable data type to left side variable data type internally. That is implicit typecast. That is not visible to us explicitly, that we are unable to recognize it immediately. Automatically, JVM will do that. Casting will be performed by JVM internally. Then after that, JVM will copy the value from right side variable to the left side variable. That's it. So after this part here, we understood clearly. Right. All right, sir. Now here, understand my point here. One more thing I need to be specified there. What are the point here? In Java applications, we are saying that right side variable data type is compatible with the left side variable data type or not. In Java, which variables are compatible with which variables? Which variables are compatible with which variables? Means that which data types are compatible with the which data types, that we have to understand. Now, answer for this question is very clear. Observe carefully. All lower data types are compatible with what their higher data type. So we can assign directly lower data type variables to higher data type variables. All higher data types are not compatible with the lower data types. So we are unable to assign higher data type variables to lower data type variables. Right, sir. But again, the question, then lower data types are what and higher data types are what? If you have to this, directly we have to go for what there? This particular chart. What are the chart are given? As per the chart only, we are going to identify which data type is lower and which data type is higher in the comparison. So just modify the chart now. Modify the chart. This chart we are going to use frequently, number of times. Throughout Java, throughout full stack, up to web services, we are going to use this kind of concepts now. So the chart is important for us. Why? Because Throughout the Java, we can identify which data type is lower data type and which data type is a higher data type, that we are able to identify clearly. Right, that's okay, guys. Now let's move on to the point here after completion of which. All right, sir. I think then I already discussed about all these points in the last classes now. Am I right or not? Up to this part already completed. The remaining part is what there. We have to go for examples. Let's say this. Now I want to go for a simple example. Everybody, take these examples along with me. Then we have to give answers there. There's a complete exercise to all of you. Everybody has to take this exercise along with me. Then I'm going to ask some questions to you continuously. Valid case or invalid cases or max, I'm going to ask compilation errors or no compilation errors. Everybody has to respond for my questions. This type of exercise is mandatory for us. Right, sir. All of you okay? All of you okay? Right. Understand it, no? Now, first example I'm giving there, int I is equal to 10. Take the program. Not required, take the complete program. Just we can take int I is equal to 10 from that point onwards. Class test, public static void main string array args not required. Alright, sir. Now, byte b is equal to I semicolon. System dot out dot println of system dot out dot println of I plus space plus p. Definitely from this typecasting, 2 examples minimum we are able to get in certification. Certification examples, certification exam, OCJP, if you write there, minimum 2 questions we are able to get from this model. So, not only that, in the case of this company written test also, we are able to get questions from this. Right. Is that completed? Have taken this program? So int I is equal to 10, byte b is equal to I. Right, yes. Now tell me, what is the status of this program here? Will you get any compilation error? No compilation error. Error, no error. The fundamental point, already I shown this point there, but I want to try again there. Definitely we are able to get what there? Compilation error, sure. But what compilation error here we are going to get? I said to you, depending on the version, Java version, we are able to get some compilation error. Let's check this particular one here. Alright, now D colon CD Java 6, that's okay, fine. Now, Java C space test.java. Java C space test.java. Now see this one, we are getting some compilation error. What error here we are getting, sir? Now check this now. Error would be incompatible types colon possible lossy conversion from int to byte. This is in which version of the Java? This error we are getting from which version of the Java? Right from Java 7 version, not 6 version. In 6 version, what is the error I said to you? Possible loss of precision, something else. Right, so, but it's not like this. Now, error is what there? Incompatible types. Observe carefully. Now, the what version is available here? Now, I want to show both the points here. First of all, now, Java C hyphen version, what we are getting there? 17 version here we are getting. Let me check what there? Java 6.bat. Java 6 version here we are using. Got it or not? Now, let me check this. The same program. I'm not having any changes, no? Java C space test.java. Java C space test.java. Then what we are getting there? Compilation error. What is the error we are getting there? Possible loss of precision. Possible loss of precision. That error here we are getting. But if you are using Java 7, Java 7.bat, if you use there, right from Java 7, then what we are able to get there? Java C space test. Java C space test.java. There we are able to get an error like what there? Possible loss of precision still. What version here we are getting, sir? Java 7, no? Okay, I think so. I may be wrong. Java 8 I'm using there. Java C space tester.java. Now we are getting it. I think so. Java 8 onwards. This problem we are able to get from what there? Java 8. Up to Java 7 it is what there? Possible as operational. I think so. I need to change the data here. Where I have given the point, I think so.
केटीहरूलाई मामा ल्यापटप त ल्याइदिनु भएको छैन अहिलेसम्म
No. Yeah. This is up to Java 7. This is Java 8. Please recognize this change, I thought of it is from Java 7 version, but anyway, it shows clearly right from Java 8 version, we are getting this particular error. Recognize this. Up to Java 7, this error we are getting possible loss of precision. Possible loss of precision.
अनुपलाई हो त्यो आइटी पढ्ने हो नि त
Possible loss of precision, but in the case of Java 8 version, incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from some XXX data type to YYY data type. That's okay, fine. Let's move on to the point. Next one here. This is the very first example here, what I am telling to you. Of course, we are able to get all these examples, but meanwhile, we have to understand it. Status is what their compilation error. That's okay, fine. Next one is another example I am telling to you. Now try to recognize this, all of you know. I want to change it. Let me go for it. Take this next example now. Byte B is equal to 10. Int I is equal to B semicolon system dot out dot println of B plus a space I. Byte B is equal to 10. Int I is equal to B system dot out dot println of B space I. Alright, sir. What is the status now? Any error? Error, no error. Error, no error. No error. Well, let me check this. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space test. Here we are getting output like what there 10 space 10 output we are getting no compilation error. This is normal example already given explanation for it as part of the theoretical part. I given already this example, same example. Anyway, then this is also an example for us. Now we have to understand status is what there no compilation error. If it is no compilation error, that output value is what there 10 space 10. All right. Another example. All of you observe carefully. Everybody has to understand answer for this question. Say for example, byte B is equal to 65 are taken. I thought of it 65 is an ASCII value for capital A. 65 is an ASCII value for what there? Capital A. Am I right or not? Uppercase A. Right. Char C is equal to B. Char C is equal to B. Sysnot output println of B plus space C. Byte B is equal to 65. Char C is equal to B. Sysnot output println of B space C. Sysnot output println of B space C. Come on, guys. Now tell me, what is the status of it? All of you respond for it. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Please, is my voice is clear to all of you? Meenakshi, Rathod. Is my voice is clear? Meenakshi, are you getting my voice clearly?
मलाई
Alright, sir.
आन्सर दिदिन्थ्यो
So I'm using this pluses for the sake of what their concatenation operator. Plus, this is a space, and again here plus. Don't have any confusion here. First of all, this is a B. For this, I'm adding what their space. For the B space, I'm adding what their C. Plus operator is used as what their concatenation. For the sake of concatenation only, I'm providing what their plus operator. Observe careful. Right, sir. Just this is a space. To provide this space zone, I'm using this plus operator. Can you tell me, guys, then what is the solution here? Any compilation error? No compilation error, right? So what is that output there? Output is what there? If no compilation error, what is that output? No, first value is what there? 65. Now I'm trying to convert into what there? Char. What is the character for the 65 ASCII value? Capital A. Capital A. That I know that. The point is what there? Capital A. ASCII value is what there? 65. Now let us check this point. Java C space test.java error we are getting. What is the error we are getting there? Incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from byte to char. You may think about it actually. If you think about the lower data types and higher data types on the base of the sizes, no, byte takes only 1 byte, but character takes how many bytes? No, 2 bytes. Lower to higher only we are assigning, but still we are getting compilation error or not? Still we are getting compilation error or not? So don't depending on what their sizes now. I'll give some other reason here. Understand that reason clearly. So anyway, now this is an example here. This example, the status is what there? Status is compilation error. Status is what there? Compilation error. What is that compilation error? Not required anyway. Compilation error here we are getting. This is one example. Let me complete few more examples. Then after that I will give that conclusion here. Once again, let me check one more example, guys. Try to observe this clearly, all of you know. Alright, sir. Now here, char C is equal to A. Capital A. Char C is equal to what there? Capital A. Char C is equal to capital A. Next one is short S is equal to C. System dot out dot println of C plus space S. Alright, sir. Just I'm providing some space between C and S. That is the requirement. That's why here we are getting the content. Alright. Now tell me, what is the status of this one? No response, guys. Char C is equal to A, short S is equal to C. But remember this, if you think in the point of sizes now, character and short both are having two bytes of memory. Both are in equal size, right? Then now tell me, what is the status here? Will you get any compilation error? Error, no error. How many facing error, sir? Please raise your hands now. Right. How many facing no error? Remaining members, how many of you in confusion? Confusion. Alright. Let's understand this. But we can see Avatar 2 movie perfectly, right? English version also. Same English version is going on here. Alright, sir. Observe carefully. Here we are able to get compilation error. Sure. Java C space test.java. Error we are getting possible lossy conversion from char to short. Anyway, this also be another example. There we have to check compilation error. Alright, so now the status is what there? Compilation error. So anyway, I'm giving some reasons to you for the previous 2 to 3 examples. What is that reason here I'm telling there? In implicit typecasting, no conversions are existed between char and byte, comma, short and char. Maybe char and short, char and byte. Between these two, that implicit conversions are not possible. Why? Because due to their internal data representations, due to the difference in due to the difference in internal data representations. That means one data type internal data representation is not allowing us to convert into another data representation internally. So in the implicit typecasting, it's not possible. But of course, in a forcible typecasting, maybe it's possible. In a forcible typecasting, it may be possible, but in implicit typecasting, it is not possible. Understand my point? Why? Because one data type internal data representation is not convertible, not comfortable or not convertible to the other data type here, as per their internal data representations only. As per their difference in the internal data representation, no conversions are existed between char and byte, short and char. Observe carefully. Even if you observe the chart there, in the chart also what we have given there, if you observe this one, so char is totally different from byte and short. No path is existed between byte to char or char to byte, short to char to short. But there is a path from char to int. There is a path from what there, char to int. Char to int we can convert. But no conversions are possible between char and byte, char and short. Recognize this point now. Right, sir. That's okay, fine. Now let's observe carefully, all of you know. Next one, after completion of this. Right, sir. Next one is another example. Observe carefully, all of you know. Now, for example, char C is equal to capital A, semicolon, int I is equal to C. System dot out dot println of C plus space plus I. Char C is equal to single quotations ke int I is equal to C, semicolon, system dot out dot println of C space I. Right, what outputs here we are getting there? What is the status now? Any compilation error? No compilation error. No compilation error. Here output we are able to get. Let us check this one. What is that output here we are able to get now? Java C space test.java. No compilation error. Java space test. A space 65. A space 65. 65 is an ASCII value for what there? Capital A. Alright. Now let's see this one. Alright, sir. Now the status of this code is what there? No compilation error. Output value is what there? A space 65. This is an output here we are getting. Alright, sir. Next one after this. Another example. Now understand this clearly. Long L is equal to 10. Float F is equal to L. System output println of L plus space F, or maybe okay, L space F. Right. Long L is equal to 10, float F is equal to L. System output println of L space F. Right, sir. What is the status here? Compilation error or no compilation error? Error, no error. Error, no error. How many facing error? Please raise your hands. No error. Nice. How many facing no compilation error? Okay, fine. I think you didn't remember this point here. Previously, I stressed on one particular point. As per this typecasting, then long and float, if you observe this, Which data type is lower data type and which data type is higher data type? No. Long is what? Lower, and float is what? Higher. That's nice. But in my example, what I'm doing there, I'm trying to assign to what? Long data type to float data type. So it is as per the ruler or against to the rule? As per the rule only. So error, no error. No error. Output is what there? No error. Here we are not going to get any error. Why? Because when compared with the long and float, if you compare both the data types, long and float, long is lower data type when compared with what there? Float. But if you observe in the point of sizes, no, it will be reverse. But as per the volume of the data, if you observe the internal data representations point of view, in Java, long data type is like what there? Lower data type when compared with what there? Float data type. So we can assign long variable to float variable. So error, no error. Error, no error. All right, sir. Java C space test.java. No compilation error. Java space test. Here we are getting output like what there? 10 space 10.0. Why we are getting 10.0 as an output now? Float. Even though we assigned that decimal value. That means like long value to the float now, but their value in the internal conversion point of view, the value will come as like what there? 10.0 that we are able to get. So anyway, then long to float conversion here we have seen. Right. So now here we are not getting any compilation error. There we are able to get some output. All right. So now this example here we have to understand where the status of this one is what there. No compilation error. Output is like what there? 10 space 10.0. That is the output here we are getting. Another example. Everybody understand this? Now again, I want to write another case here, not write after this clearly. Float f is equal to 20.2 to f. Long L is equal to f. System dot out dot println of system dot out dot println of L plus space f. System dot out dot println of L space f. Tell me, sir, what is the status of this example? Have taken error, no error? Error we are able to get. Why, sir? Why we are getting error here? We are trying to convert from float to long. In implicit typecasting, it is not possible. Why? Because float data type is a higher data type when compared with what their long. Don't depending on what their size is. You must be depending on what their volume of data. So because of that reason here, float is a higher data type when compared with what their long. Right. So now if we compile this, now here we are not going to get, we are going to get what their compilation error. Sorry, Java C space test.java. Here we are getting some error. What is that error here? Incompatible types, possible lossy conversion. So anyway, then higher to lower is not possible in implicit typecasting there. Alright, now the status is like what there? Compilation error. That is the status here we are getting there. This is like what? No, compilation error. Alright, then another example. Observe carefully, all of you know. Right, now float f is equal to 20.2 to f, double d is equal to f, double d is equal to f. System dot out dot println of f plus space d. Tell me, what is the status? Error, no error. We are trying to convert from what data type to what data type? No, float data type to double. The double and the float. Now tell me, which one is lower and which one is higher? Float is what there? Lower data type. Double is what there? Higher data type. We are trying to assign from which data type to which data type? No, float to double means that lower to higher. So in implicit typecasting, lower to higher is possible or not possible? Yes, possible. Now let me compile this now. Java C space test.java compiled successfully. Now get Java space test. Some value we are getting. Don't think much about this value here. Some value in the conversion, it able to provide some value. 22.22, then 22.21999. Some value here we are getting there. Alright, sir. Now this is okay possible. Then we are getting some output also. Now let us check this clearly. Now this is about the program. Then status is no compilation error. That's okay, fine. Output, just I'm writing what is 22.22 space 22.22 only, but okay. Or else maybe if you are thinking about like what there 22.299 some value here we can understand. Whatever it may be. Alright, sir. 29 or any other one. 219. Right. Like this. Here we are getting it. Leave this one. Next one is after that. Another example is then we have to give right answer for my question. Everybody. Byte B is equal to 128. System out at println of P. Anyway, then I'm asking one question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. Byte variable range values are what? What are the range values for byte data type now? Minus 128 to plus 127. Nice. But what I have given there? 128. It is exceeding the value or not? It is exceeding the value or not? So then tell me now, what is the result here? Error, no error? Error, no error? Error only. Sure? Right. I'll check it. Java C space tester.java. Error we are getting anyway. That's okay, fine. Error we are getting. This example error here. Status is compilation error. Why is there? Why this compilation error here we are getting there now? What is the reason here now? 128 is more than the max value of byte. So 128 will come under integer, not a short. Remember this, 128 will come under what there? Integer, not a short. Why? Because for byte short int header data type is integer. For byte next one is what there? Integer. For short also be next one is what there? Integer. So when we are coming for this header data type, no, that integer is a header, then everything will come under what there? Header data type only. Integer data type only in this case now. So whenever we are casting that value over the byte now, immediately people are thinking about it may be come under short, but not like that. For the byte, what is the header data type now? Integer. For short also header data type is what there? Integer here. No? So that's why 128 value will come under what there? Integer value. Okay, fine. Next one is after that. Another example here we have to understand. Think and give the answer, guys. Don't give blind answers, no. Now try to observe this clearly. Byte B1 is equal to 60. Byte B2 is equal to like 70.
Purio.
Byte B is equal to B1 plus B2. System dot out dot println of B. Byte B1 is equal to 60. Byte B2 is equal to 70. Byte B is equal to what? B1 plus B2. Then system out dot println of B. What is the status now? I think all of you are taking these examples. No, just you are looking on my face and giving answers only. Right, sir. Now tell me, what is the status of this? Error, no error? Error, right. Why we are getting errors, sir? Why we are getting errors here? Now tell me. 60 plus 70, what is the value now? 130. 130 is in what there? In outside of the byte data type or not? Exceeding max value of the byte or not? Right, sir. Good. Now definitely we are able to get what there? Some compilation error. I to agree that. Java C space tester.java. Incompatible types, possible ASCII conversion from int to byte. P1 plus P2 is what there? 60 plus 70, 130. It is exceeding max value of the byte. Okay. Let me check this. Let me provide this. Now the status is a compilation error. Okay, sir. One more example. Take this example, all of you know. For example, I want to take byte B1 is equal to 30, byte B2 is equal to 30. Byte B1 is equal to 30, byte B2 is equal to 30, byte B is equal to B1 plus B2. System doubted pintel of P. Error, no error. Error, no error. How many of you are saying error? Please raise your hands. No. How many of you are saying error? No. Right, sir. How many of you are saying no error? Please raise your hands. No error. Okay. Right, sir. Fine. Now let me check this. Java C space tester.java. Error we are getting. So previous logic is wrong, I think so, no. But if it is error, no. Previously what we thought there is 60 plus 70, 130 exceeding max value of the byte. So error we are getting. Now here I am providing 30 and 30. 30 plus 30 we provided. When we provide this 30 plus 30, 60 value, it is in within the range of the byte only. But still we are getting compilation error. Is it minus now? There is a minus. Okay. Still we are getting compilation error. Right. Then why we are getting this compilation error? Even though the 30 plus 30 is 60 within the range of the byte only, but still we are getting compilation error. Why we are getting it? Status is compilation error. Status is what there? Compilation error. But why we are getting compilation error? I'm giving some reasons to you, now try to understand it clearly. So for the last two examples, the reason I'm giving that, now last two examples, the reason I'm giving, no, try to observe this. That reason is available with a particular formula. Try to understand this formula, guys, all of you know. All right, sir. Now, for the point is what, for your understanding, the point is what, when we add two data types, when we add two data type variables, then the resultant value may not be of the same data type. It may be of the next or higher data type. Come again, what I'm telling to you, when we add two data type variables, the resultant value of this addition may be of the next or higher data type, may not be of the same data type. Understand it clearly. But what is the reason here? Internal reason is what there? Observe carefully. X, comma, Y and Z are three primitive data types. X, comma, Y and Z are what are the three primitive data types? X plus Y is equal to Z. X plus Y is equal to Z. Now understand, two rules are available. What are the two rules and regulations? Rule number one, observe carefully, rule number one, if X and Y belongs to byte comma short comma int, then Z should be int. That is rule number one. What is the rule number one, sir? Now tell me, if X and Y belongs to byte comma short comma int, then Z should be what there? Int. Observe carefully. Number two, point number two, here itself we have to understand. If either X or Y are both X and Y, if either X or Y are both X and Y belongs to long, float and double, if either X or Y or both X and Y belongs to long, float, double, then Z should be, tell me guys, what you are thinking about it, no? Then Z should be what there? Do you think about this double? No? No, not like this. Higher of X comma Y. Higher of X comma Y. Then Z should be what there? Higher of X comma Y. Understand it clearly what I am telling you? If either X or Y or both X and Y belongs to long, float, double, then Z should be higher of X comma Y. What should be the higher? That will be the resultant data type there. Understand it clearly what I'm telling to you? Now here I'm telling one point here. If you add up two data type variables, then the resultant value may not be of the same data type. It may be of the next higher data type. Then immediately I'm giving some reason here. What is that reason here I'm giving there? X, Y and Z are three primitive data types. X plus Y is equal to Z, where the conditions are what there. If X and Y belongs to byte short int, then Z should be what there? Int. If either X or Y or both X and Y belongs to long float double, then Z should be what there? Higher of X and Y. Higher of X comma Y. That higher or lower we can decide as per what there? Chart already available there. Implicit typecasting chart. As per that we can identify higher data type or lower data type. That we can decide there as per the implicit chart. Got it or not? Right, sir. Now I'm going to see some examples here. For the sake of your understanding, now try to understand this clearly. For example, byte plus int is equal to what we are able to get now, resultant value int. Sir, all of you get my point or not? Next one is after that, short plus byte. Short plus byte is equal to what? Again, what is that? Int, not short, int only. Short plus byte is what there? Int only. Between byte, short, int, any addition if you perform there, integer is the resultant data type now. Next one is short plus int is equal to what? Short plus int is equal to what? Int only. Short plus int is equal to what? Int only. Next one is int plus int still. Int plus int still. What is the value here? No, int only. Now similarly, now observe carefully. Byte plus long. Byte plus long. Then which rule is applicable here? No, second rule is applicable now. Now here what we are able to decide there? Higher of X comma Y. If either X or Y or both X and Y belongs to long float double, then Z should be what there? Higher of X comma Y. Now tell me higher of X comma Y. Higher of byte and long is what there? What is the higher here? No, long is a higher. Next one is after that, long plus float is equal to long plus float. Both are commander like what there? Long float double. The second rule is applicable. Means that higher of long comma float. What is the higher of long comma float? No. Which one is a higher data type? No. Float type is a higher data type. Observe carefully. Say for example, float plus double. Float plus double is equal to what? Float plus double is equal to what? Higher of float and double. That is what there? Double here. Like this, we are able to have some points. Now let's observe carefully some of the examples here I'm telling to you. One example here I'm telling you on the basis of this content here. Now try to understand this clearly. Say for example, byte B1 is equal to 120. 60. Byte B1 is equal to 60. Byte B2 is equal to 70. Int I is equal to B1 plus B2. System.out println of I. Come on, try to give answer for this question. Error, no error. Error, no error. No error. Here we are not getting any error here. Why? Because I'll give the answer here. Now try to understand this clearly. Java C space test.java compiled successfully. Java space test 130 is an output we are getting. Byte plus byte here we provided. B1 plus B2 is what there? Byte plus byte. Whenever it is byte plus byte, no. 60 plus 70, it's okay. Byte plus byte. What is the resultant data type? No, integer. Integer value we are trying to assign to what there? Integer only. So here we are not getting any compilation error. Directly here we are able to get some output. Now the status is like what there? No compilation error. No compilation error. Output is like what there? 130. Next example, observe carefully. Now this example here. The next one is like what there. Float F is equal to 2.22 F. Long L is equal to 10. Long L1 is equal to F plus L semicolon. Sysnot out dot println of like what we have to provide there L1. Check this, what I'm giving them. Float F is equal to 22.2 F, long L is equal to 10, long L1 is equal to F plus L. Now tell me. Error, no error. Why sir, why we are getting error here? Why we are getting error here? Now tell me. What is the reason here? So float plus long, what is the resultant data type now? Float plus long, what is the resultant data type now? Float cannot be assigned to what there? Long, L1. So directly we are getting what there? Compilation error. Alright, so now let me check this. Java C space tester.java. Incompatible types, possible ASCII conversion from float to long. Not possible here. Now here we are getting some error here. Okay. Now here status here we have to understand compilation error. Next one, another example. Alright, so next example, try to observe carefully. Long L is equal to 10. Double D is equal to 23.345. Semicolon. Float F is equal to L plus D. System output bundle of F. Right, sir. What is the status now? Error, no error. Error only, right? Why you are getting error, sir? Now tell me. Why we are getting error here? Long plus double. What is the resultant value now? Higher of long comma double. Higher of long comma double is what there? Double. Double value cannot be assigned to what variable? Float variable. That's why here we are getting what there? Some compilation error. Right, so now the status is what there? Compilation error. Let's see this now. I can compile and execute this. We are able to get compilation error. Java C space tester.java. Error we are getting incompatible types, possible ASCII conversion from like what type to double type to float, not possible. Right, anyway, now these are the examples we understood on like what there? Implicit typecasting. Right, sir. All of you are getting clarity on this implicit typecasting? All we understand there? Then how to convert, how we are able to perform this implicit typecasting. To perform this implicit typecasting, just we have to assign lower data type variables to higher data type variables directly. Automatically, implicit typecasting will be performed. But which data type is lower and which data type is higher is already given in the chart. What is the chart, sir? Now tell me in the remembering point of view. Chart is what there? Byte to short, short to int, int to long, long to float, float to double. Then bottom, char to int. Do you have any conversions between char and byte, char and short? No, no conversions are available, but we have the conversion from char to int directly. That's the point here we have to understand. Okay. So this is what exactly the point here we can understand. Next one is after that, explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting. The next one is what there? Explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting or narrowing. Either of the things here we can understand narrowing. Explicit typecasting or narrowing. What is this explicit typecasting here? What is the meaning of it? the process of converting data from lower data type to higher data type. The process of converting the data from lower data type to higher data type is called explicit typecasting or narrowing. Understand it? How can we call it as a narrowing? No. Initially higher is available. That we are converting to what there? Lower. Higher to lower. That means the process of higher to lower is nothing but what there? Narrowing. That name is what there? Narrowing. We can understand clear. That's it. Got it or not? The process of converting data from higher data type to lower data type. Right. Lower data type is called as what there? Explicit typecasting. Alright, sir, understand it. But how we are able to perform explicit typecasting? First, understand conceptually. Then after that, I'll give some shortcut mechanism. Conceptually, first you have to understand it now. How we are able to perform explicit typecasting? Observe carefully. To perform explicit typecasting, we have to use the following pattern. A simple pattern here we have to use. What is that pattern here? Observe carefully. P small a is equal to P small a is equal to bracket Q B. Observe carefully, where B variable is of the higher data type. B variable is of the higher data type than A variable data type. A variable is available or not? A variable data type. That means B variable is of what there? Higher data type. Now one more point I am telling there, where Q is what there? Either where Q is either same as P or lower than P. Q is also a data type, no? Q is also a data type. Q and P both are data types, no? Where Q is either same as P or lower than P. Understand? This is conceptual. Don't think much about it. In the bracket data type, Q is either same as P or lower than P. Observe carefully. Example I am telling to you. One example. Through that example, I will explain to you. Now try to understand it. Int I is equal to 10. Observe carefully. Up to now, as per the implicit typecasting awareness, what we are thinking there, if you want to convert from lower data type to higher, simply we are assigning lower data type variable to higher data type variable. That is our understanding up to now. Now, the definition is what there? Explicit typecasting. Converting from higher data type to lower data type. As per that implicit typecasting awareness, what we are thinking there? Simply assign higher data type variable to lower data type variable. Now here, what we have to do there, by P is equal to I. Simply we thought of it what there? Assignment. We thought of it what there? Assignment. But directly, it is not possible to convert higher data type to lower data type here. Not possible here, no. Then if you want to make it is possible, then what we have to do there? We have to use one cast operator. What we have to use there? Cast operator. That bracket data type. X is given there, but some data type I have to provide. That data type should be what there? I will give information there. There we have to use what there? Cast operator. Got my point or not? But before this cast operator, I'm asking one more point. Try to understand this point now. Conceptually, we can understand this pattern here. It's okay. But now I'm giving the same point in a simplified manner. Try to understand it now. Guys, observe carefully. Right side data type is what there? Integer. Left side variable data type is what there? Byte. Means that right side is a higher, left side is lower or not? Right side is higher, left side is lower or not? So balance is not available. Between both right side and left side, balancing is not available. But we have to make it is balancing. How to balance the both the data types now? To balance the both the data types, then what we have to do? Right side is a higher, left side is what they're lower. This much of difference is available. If we want to make it is balanced, no, then what we have to do? Two options are available. Option number one, either we have to use left side variable data type is same as what their right side variable data type. This is one thing. That means we have to up the left side variable data type. But I don't want to change it. My left side variable data type is fixed. Then what is the second option here? No, down the right side variable data type. Get my point or not? If you don't want to up the left side variable data type, no, then down the right side variable data type. Down the right side variable data type to the equivalent of the left side variable data type. That we have to do. No? Got my point or not? So if I want to down right side variable data type to the either equivalent of the left side variable or lower than left side variable, then what we have to do there? If you want to balance this right side data type, if you want to down the right side data type, then what we have to do there? At right side, we have to use cast operator. What is that operator there? No, cast operator. This cast operator is what there? Just provide parenthesis. Inside this some data type here we have to use. What should be the data type? No, that x should be either same as left side or lower than left side. Easily we can assign lower data type to higher data type. So that x value should be either same as left side or lower than left side. Sir, all of you get my point or not? That's why now in this example, then what we have to provide there? We have to provide either byte data type or lower than byte. Why byte only? Left side data type is what there? Byte only. So either we have to provide byte data type or lower than byte. But do you have any other data type which is lower than byte? In Java, is there any data type which is lower than byte? Do you have any data type which is lower than byte? Is it possible to have any data type lower than byte? No, byte is the lowest. No other data type is available lower than byte. So there we have to write what there? Byte only. Max we are able to write what there? Byte only. Is that all of you get my point or not? Alright, sir. Now after that. Okay, that's nice. Then just why we are getting this cast operator? All of you are getting my point or not? Just to balance the right side variable data type with the equivalent of the left side variable data type. To balance that, to balance this data types only, we have used cast operator. Inside this cast operator, we have to provide one data type. The data type should be either same as left side variable data type or lower than left side variable data type. Right, sir. Observe carefully. If we compile the above assignment statement, if we compile the above assignment statement, then what will happen? Then compiler will perform the following actions. Observe carefully what exactly the actions that compiler is able to perform there. Point number one. Listen first one. Compiler will recognize cast operator provided data type, not right side variable data type. Now compiler will recognize cast operator provided data type and left side variable data type. Now compiler will check whether cast operator provided data type is compatible with left side variable data type or not. Compiler is not checking right side variable data type. Right side variable data type is anyway higher type. That doesn't require for us. But what compiler must check? No, compiler will check whether cast operator provided data type is compatible with left side variable data type or not. Is either same as left side or lower than left or not. Right, sir. If it is no, if cast operator provided data type is higher than the left side variable data type, no, their compiler will raise an error. Incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from some particular data type to some other particular data type. There we are able to get an error. In the case, if cast operator provided data type is compatible with the left side variable data type, if cast operator provided data type is compatible with the left side variable data type, there compilation error will not come, we will not get any compilation error. At the same time, compiler will not perform any typecasting. Compiler will not perform what their typecasting. At the same time, compiler will not raise any error. Yes, sir. Got my point or not? Now this is what compilation work. Again and again I'm telling there. In the case of explicit typecasting, compiler is not checking what is right side variable data type and what is left side variable data type, and now it is not performing any casting. Compiler will check whether cast operator provided data type is compatible with the left side variable provided data type or not. If it is yes, no compilation error. If it is no, definitely we are able to get what their compilation error. That's a point here we have to understand. First point, no, compiler will recognize the cast operator provided data type and left side variable data type. Alright, sir. Compiler will recognize the cast operator provided data type and left side variable data type. Next point. Compiler will check whether the cast operator provided data type is compatible with left side variable data type or not. Then what is the point here now? Here's the point here. Now next one is what there. If the cast operator provided data type is not compatible with the left side variable data type, then compiler will raise an error. Can you guess it? What is the error that compiler is able to raise now? What is the error that compiler is able to raise now? Possible lossy conversion, incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from one data type to another data type. In the case, what's the point I'm telling there? Another point here. Alright, sir. If the cast operator provided data type is compatible with cast operator provided data type is compatible with the left side variable data type, then compiler will not raise any error and compiler will not perform any typecasting. Compiler will not perform any typecasting. Observe carefully. Compiler will not perform any typecasting. Okay, fine. Alright, sir. Then what is the point here? No type of point here I'm telling to you. The no type of point would be like what there? In Java applications, compiler is responsible for only what? For only type checking. Am I right or not? Compiler is responsible for only type checking. Compiler is not responsible for typecasting. No, compiler will not perform any typecasting. Compiler is responsible for only what there? Type checking. Observe carefully. Right, sir. Now this is the point here we have to understand. This is about like what there? Compilation. What compiler is able to do? That point here I'm telling them. Got it or not? Okay. Compiler work is completed. But what JVM is able to do? What JVM is able to do? Right. Now observe carefully. Again here, JVM is able to perform two actions. What two actions that JVM is able to perform now? Observe carefully. JVM will convert right side variable data type to cast operator provided data type. Casting is going in at right side only, not from right to left. Casting is going in at right side only. JVM is converting right side variable data type. What is that right side variable data type? No, I variable type is what there? Integer. That int value will be converted to byte. Casting is available at right side only. Casting is available at right side explicitly in the sense this is which type of typecasting? No, explicit typecasting or not? Automatically this is what there? Explicit typecasting or not? Now JVM is converting right side variable data type to right side provided cast operator provided data type. Explicitly JVM is doing this work. So this type of typecasting is called as what? Explicit typecasting. Typecasting is done. Then after that, JVM will copy the value from I variable to B variable. Typecasting is going on at right side, but value copy is going on from right side variable to left side variable. Come on guys. Now in this example, typecasting is going on between which data types now? Tell me. Typecasting is going on between which data type now? Now tell me. I variable data type to cast operator provided data type. I variable type to byte type only. Casting is going in at right side like this. But after that, JVM will copy the value from I variable to left side variable. So value copy is going in as the second one, but first one is what they type casting at right side explicit. Right, so now this is a point here we have to understand. Now let's understand this point also. No? Right, so now when we execute the above, when we execute the above assignment statement, then JVM will perform the following actions. What are the various actions which are performed by JVM here? Point number one. Observe carefully. JVM will convert the data from right side variable data type to cast operator provided data type explicitly. So this is called as like what there, because of this reason, explicit typecasting. Because of this reason, we can call it as what there, explicit typecasting. JVM will convert the data from right side variable data type to cast operator provided data type explicitly. That's why it is called as what there, explicit typecasting. Second one, then after that, after completing the conversion there, JVM will copy the value from right side variable to left side variable. This is value copy. JVM will copy the value from right side variable to left side variable. Right. Now this is what exactly the JVM work here we are able to understand. Sir, all of you are getting clarity on this now? Alright, so now just this is only theoretically and maybe somewhat explanation are given there. But when we go for example, some shortcuts I'm going to say. Through the shortcuts easily we can identify compilation error, no compilation error. No. Right, so now let's see the first example here. All of you observe this first example. Understand now? Int I is equal to 10 now. Observe carefully first of all, byte B is equal to I. This is in general our thinking. As we have the awareness on like what there, as we know about the simplicity typecasting, we thought of it. If you want to convert from one type to another type, no, directly assign that variables. Okay, as per the thought, what we are thinking there, now we are trying to convert like this. But what compiler will do now? Compiler is checking, is thinking it is an implicit typecasting. Then compiler is checking I variable type is compatible with the B variable type or not. I variable type is not compatible with the B variable type. Then we are able to get what there? Compilation error. Whenever we are getting compilation error, then it is not possible to execute the program. But I want to make it is possible to convert from higher type to lower type. If we want to make it is possible to convert from higher type to lower type, then what we have to do? We have to provide one operator. What is that operator there? Cast operator. We have to provide what there? Cast operator. Now here, inside this cast operator at right side, we have to provide one data type. What data type here we have to provide now? The data type should be either same as left side variable data type or lower than left side variable data type. What is that left side variable data type guys now? Byte job. Byte is acting as what there? Left side variable data type. Now let me check this here. Now we are not going to get any compilation error. That's okay. Now here we are not going to get any compilation. Java C space tester.java. When we compile this program, what compiler will do? No. That is our manipulation, what we have done. But what compiler will do? Compiler will recognize cast operator provided data type and left side variable data type. Compiler will check whether cast operator provided data type is compatible with left side variable data type or not. The compatibility check we can do from chart. What are the chart I given there? Right? Compiler will check whether cast operator provided data type is compatible with the left side variable data type or not. Now tell me, is that byte is compatible with the byte or not? Yes, it is byte. So no compilation error. No compilation error here in this case now. Compilation is success. Then at right side, that means when we execute the program, what JVM will do now? When we execute the program, then what JVM will do now? First JVM will identify I variable data type. What is that I variable data type now? Come on, what is that I variable data type now? Integer variable. That integer data type is converted to byte or not? At right side only, integer type is converted to cast operator provided data type. That is byte. Okay, now it is converted. Then after that, JVM will copy the value from I variable to like what there? B variable. Already typecasting is completed. Value will be copied from I variable to B variable. Right, so that we are not going to get any compilation error. There we are able to get some output also. 10 space 10 output here we are getting. Right, so now this is first example. Here the point is like what there. What is the status here? No, status is no compilation error. Output is what there? 10 space 10. Right, sir. Now all of you observe carefully. This another example I am telling to you. Observe carefully. Another example. Say for example, int I is equal to 10. Short s is equal to I. First of all, understand it. Short s is equal to I. System dot out dot println of I plus space yes. Tell me what is the status of this? What is the status of this? Will you get any compilation error? Error, no error. Right, we are trying to assign directly higher type to lower type. Definitely we are able to get what there? Compilation error. Java C space test.java. Definitely we are able to get what there? Compilation error. Incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from into to short. That's okay, fine. Next up, observe carefully. Now, if you want to make it is possible, then what we have to do? We have to balance the right side variable data type or not? To balance the right side variable data type, then what we have to use there? Then cast operator we have to provide. Within this cast operator, what we have to do? Come on, we have to provide one data type. What data type we have to provide there? Either it should be same as left side variable data type or lower than left side variable data type. Alright, sir, can I use short here? Valid or invalid? No. Valid or invalid? No. Yes, definitely it is valid. Now we are not going to get any compilation error. No compilation error. Java space test output we are getting 10 space 10 output here we are getting. This is one point here. Now the status is like what there? No compilation error. No compilation error. Output value should be like what there? 10 space 10. That value here we are getting there. That's okay, fine. Now I'm telling there another example. In the same thing, another example here I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Now say for example, in place of the short, I want to use byte. Possible or not possible? In place of the short, I'm using what there? Byte. Possible or not possible? Yes, possible. That we know already. Now it is possible here. Why? Because the cast operator provided data type should be either same as left side variable data type or lower than left side variable data type. Now byte is lower than left side variable data type or not? Byte is lower than left side variable data type or not? Definitely. Now also we are not going to get any compilation error. Java C space test.java, no compilation error. Here we are able to get output like what there? Java space test 10 space 10 here we are getting. Now this is another example. Now where the status is no compilation error, but output is what there? 10 space 10 we are getting. Observe carefully, all of you know. Alright, so now I want to use char. Can I use character? No? What compiler will do now? Compiler will check whether cast operator provided data type is compatible with the left side variable data type or not. Now tell me, char is compatible with short or not? Char is compatible with the short or not? No response here. Compatible or not compatible? Not compatible. Already I shown that chart there. In the chart, we have to understand this one. This is very, very important chart. You should not forget this chart here. Why? Because a lot of information is available inside this. Which data type is lower and which data type is higher. Everything I covered in this chart only. Now here, do you have any relationship between character and short? No? No relation. No path is existed between these two. So not possible here. No conversions are existed between these two in this way. Alright, sir, compatibility check here we are providing now. So because of that reason here, what we have to say there, now in this example, In this example here, what we have to say there, definitely we are able to get compilation error. Compiler will check whether cast operator provided data type is compatible with the left side variable data type or not. So definitely here we have to get like what there, some compilation error. Now let us check this clearly. Java C space tester.java. Error we are getting incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from char to short char. So no such type of conversions here. So definitely here we are able to get what there, some compilation error. Status is compilation error. These are the possible cases. Then how this example will be asked in another way? How it is going to be asked in another way? Observe carefully. What program is going to be provided? As this program we will copy. Consider the following program. Okay, then we will write this program. Now in place of this x here we are able to provide. Here we are able to provide like what there. What are the possible values for x? Then option A. Multiple options here we are able to provide. First one is I can specify like what there byte. Then second one is like what there byte. Second one is what there char. And second one is what there byte. Then after that short we are able to say. Third one is like what there short comma char. Right sir. Fourth one is like what there, then byte comma. Right sir. Anyway, then none of the above. Something else. Here we are able to provide something else. Options here we are able to get. Then what is the answer sir? Now tell me here. Observe carefully. No, in place of this x, what data types are possible there? What data types are possible there? Byte to char. Byte is okay, but character is possible or not possible? Not possible. Byte to short. Possible or not possible here? Either same as left side type or lower than left side type. Yes, possible here. So answer is what there? What is the answer for this one here? No. Answer is B. B answer is right answer. This type of questions also here we are able to get. But you should be ready for any type of question. Conceptually, I'm giving information, some possible examples I'm telling there. But the same, on the basis of the same concept, the questions are asked in a different way. You should be in a position to answer that questions. Sir, all of you are getting it or not? So in the last test I conducted there, I think so on Friday. In that exam, but we almost all the questions are given in this way only. What are the concepts I'm giving in the classroom there? On the top of that, the questions I've asked in the reversely. But almost all, maximum members are not provided right answers. When the people, those who are selected in this, they went to the company. In that company also might be the questions are, whatever the concepts are discussed in the classes, no? On the basis of that only the questions are asked. But what happened is still people are not giving right answers there. People are confused for it. So that's why I'm telling there, concept is okay. On the basis of the concept, we should be in a position to answer for any type of question. In that way, we have to practice. So when it is possible there, when you remember the concept perfectly, then only it is possible. But without remembering the concept, we want answer for all questions in the sense, not possible. So what I'm requesting to everybody, try to practice each and every question. Try to understand the answers for each and every question. And reasons also, why the reasons are coming, why this answer is coming, why this is only be right, why some other thing is not right. That everything we have to analyze. Then only we are able to crack interviews, maybe like written tests and outside. Clear or not? Right, sir. That's all for today. Then tomorrow I'll continue this part here, but this part is not yet completed there so far. And this remaining typecasting will complete there, and tomorrow after that we'll go for some other content. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.